Hello and welcome, Exiles. So this time I will speak in English because part of my viewers are English and they asked me to do an English version. So I will do an English version that's actually an update to the last one, and I will explain really fast what's going on and what's about the build, what's happening, and etc. Right now we do not have Chieftain because I did not add Marauder at the time to create this build. So I just went with Slayer, and I will explain the difference between Marauder and Slayer. So bear with me please, and I will keep it for Slayer right now. So okay, let's start by the tree. What's the Slayer? What does the Slayer give us that makes him so OP? Sorry about that. Right now it's Brutal Flavor and Bane of Legends. Bane of Legends is pretty much a cooling strike and boost on increased attack speed and move speed. 20% actually. 20% move speed when you kill any enemy, and 20% when you kill a rare or a unique enemy. We also have Headsman that you cannot take reflected physical damage, and you deal 10% more damage if you've killed recently, so it's pretty much up all the time. And you have 20% more damage against unique enemies, that's like bosses and stuff like that. Pretty awesome. We actually have Brutal Flavor on this side. Life Leech is not removed at full life, so besides getting 50% increased attack speed while leeching, 50% more increased damage while leeching, and 6 reduced damage while leeching, we also use Carnage Art that boosts our damage in 38% while we are leeching. So yeah, that's actually huge. So on the tree, we start by going for attack speed and these two nodes of life. Art of Gladiator. This is pretty much everything that we had on the Chieftain version. The unique differences in this one is that I took Rampart for Fortify, so we are using Fortify this time. Fortify was buffed, so that's actually really good. And we can use Fortify now. And I also went for shield nodes. What that makes is that we are using a shield and we get a huge boost of attack speed and physical damage throughout the tree with shield nodes, because we do not use swords nor axes. Shields is the only thing that we are going to use, and you can actually use a better than this one. That's the old Bulwark that I do not have, and I'm not going to buy right now because I'm on standard. Instead of going up here, as we would go with Chieftain, we are staying on the Duelist tree only, and a bit of the Marauder tree. We're also going for the Cyan life rectangle. Take this jewel socket and this jewel socket only on the end game. We are aiming for some life because I'm at 5.2 HP with a tabula. And after you take some HP, probably you should, on the first levels you should rush to Resolute Technique, and after that just rush to some HP, then damage. Do not go straight for damage while you do not have Resolute Technique. I do not recommend that. Just go through here to Marauder, take this route, and just go to Resolute Technique. Simple. You will have some HP, so the HP I'm talking you get by going through the path to Resolute Technique. Then you can go for some damage if you have a shield already. Example, Defiance. You can go for Command of Steel, Golem's Blood, Retaliation. Also, if you go through this way, you still have a pretty good HP boost. More of the mid game. On the mid game, you want to go for Brinkmanship, Swift Skewering, Lava Lash. We are not going for the penetration here. We are going for the fire damage, because fire damage is with attack skills, so that's a boost anyways for us. And Bloodlust first. Then right on the endish game, you go for Soul Steel, for Rampart, and the last nodes that I did not talk about, plus the jewel sockets. Okay, so for items, you can use a tabula, you can use a 5-link rare, or you can use a belly, 5-link or 6-link. I will recommend right on the start of the game to go for a tabula, or if you don't want to spend that much money and you need the resist or the life, you can go for a rare one. It's completely fine, just be sure it's 5-link. For the belt, you can go a rare one with a normal rare, with life, fire, not fire, but the resistance you need, or you can go for a Stygian. It's expensive, yeah, it's a bit more expensive than these ones, but it will give you the slot for an eye jewel, and like I'm showing you, you can have some pretty cool damage on that with a jewel. Facebreakers are a staple, so we need it for the build. It's the core of the build. These ones are legacy, but not the best legacy you can get. The ones that you can get now, it's pretty close to this one, so don't be afraid of that. For boots, we have a rare ones with resistance, move speed and life, or you can go for a Chaos roots. The difference is not that much, but if you want that juicy HP, just go for it. And of course the immunity to slows. Rings, be sure to have some physical damage. If you can get a steel ring with this amount of physical damage, it's awesome. Because, let me put the skills, or the gems. So I have 26k damage right now, tooltip, and if I take that out I will go for 15. That's kind of a huge hit. If I take this out, you see I have no hit at all. So be sure to have some physical damage on that. For the amulet, Carnage Art is a staple if you are going Slayer. Also, Joff's Blood is the second main item, because we are covering the penetration here, and we are going for Avatar of Fire. You can see the damage difference here on the tooltip. This one is like a big damage while you are leeching, but this one will have Avatar of Fire plus survivability with the enemies covering in ash. It will give you a lot of strength, so if you are stacking strength, this will be a boost on HP. If you stack these ones, you will go for 5.7. It will give you some fire resistance, and it will give you the 10% plus life. If you are just starting and you are on a budget, go for the Ressus Salute. It's really good, you just need to be on full life. So it's not that hard when you get the Brutal Fervor. After that, it's pretty easy to be always on full life. And I think it's the helmet. The helmet, I recommend going Devotus. It's the main thing, because it gives you attack speed, it gives you movement speed. Those two are awesome for this build, because you can see that I'm going fast right now. If I take this one out, actually I can take that out. Why the? Oh, it's a Dex, okay. I'm pretty slow. You can see the difference, like, it's a really big difference actually. Oh, well, yeah, I didn't have faster attacks, so yeah. But still, it's a huge difference, trust me. You can use a rare as well, it's fine. If you don't want to buy a Devotus because it's really expensive right now, it's like 100 chaos on Legion. Just go for a rare one with HP. And for the shield, you can use a rare one like this with increased fizz damage and life, and maybe resistance as well. But the best one for DPS, it's the old wards. I don't remember the name, I need to check it out. Give me a second. It's a Great Old Ones ward. The increase on damage is 30k after full buffs, and you will lose some survivability, but you will gaining a huge amount of DPS on that. For the flasks, bleeding. This is not crucial because we have the immune to bleeding here while you are leeching, and we are pretty much leeching all the time. I recommend using a basalt because of the mitigation, the physical mitigation. Lion's Roar, super awesome fizz damage. One of the first flasks, unique flasks at least, that you have to get. These two guys are a bit like If you are using Soft Blood or going for Avatar of Fire, don't take these ones, because these ones will not have any effect on you, because if Avatar of Fire converts everything to not everything but lightning and cold, so also fizz, but it doesn't convert the chaos, so you need to take this out. You can still have this one, but it will not be that great. Like 31 to 33, not that big of a deal. So and it's pretty expensive, so you can take this out. Also, you can take this out if you are not going for, if you are going to for Soft Blood or Avatar of Fire. Just take, let's see. This is the setup that you need to have if you are going for Carnage Art or the Rest of Salute. You do not need this one because it's really expensive, so you can take this out and put another thing on there. I'll let you choose what you need. And okay, this is the setup, this is the main setup. If you can go Belly of the Beast or a rare one, I don't recommend Tabula Rasa unless you can sustain the maps without dying. If not, go for the rare one with a bit of HP. So for the skills now, let's see. Infernal Blow, it's the main one. You can also go Cyclone. You can go Cyclone with this build. It's fine, but you probably need to change something. You'll need to change something, some stuff on the tree. So be careful with that. Infernal Blow main skill. I do not have it leveled, so that damage is Infernal Blow at level 12. Go for elemental damage attack sport gem. Go for the fire damage, melee fizz, ruthless, and fortify. You can switch up ruthless with ancestral call for map clearing, or impale if you want to go with the impale. If you're going impale, I recommend taking these two nodes here and some other nodes around here that I do not remember, but I'm not using impale, so yeah. I also have pulverize here, but I do not recommend since it doesn't give a lot of damage in return of the attack speed that it takes out, because we need the attack speed. I think that's it. I don't have anything else to show. I will show you a gameplay right now. I had some footage, so yeah, let's go straight to the footage. Okay, back at it again. I show you the footage, so that's what you want to expect with this build. And don't forget that if you take this out and put the old wards, you will have more DPS. And if you take this one out as well and switch it up for some fizz damage, you will have a lot more DPS as well. And the last thing I want to show you is the Watcher's Eye. So if you are going Slayer and you want to convert all the fizz to fire, you will need one of those. That's 41% physical damage converted to fire damage while fight by anger, but it's really expensive and I do not recommend getting this on this build. Save your money and do like something stronger based on late game content. So yeah, to wrap everything up, this is a pretty standard build for League starter because you do not need a lot of money and you can get everything right on the beginning of the league, even though we are not in the beginning, but still on the first week people will get introduced to the league and start playing. So this video is it's kind of helping the new players who want to begin and want something different from the meta, even though the melee was buffed and it's now meta. It's not even close to Cyclone or wherever. Infernal Blow is not really used right now. So yeah, this is not like one of those cases that's pretty standard on the meta right now. So if you want Chieftain, I'm not sure what Chieftain gives. You are not seeing the Chieftain tree, but I have it on my background on the PoE. So I can tell you that you have a lot more fire damage because of the conversion. So if you are going Chieftain, you do not need Watcher's Eye Prismatic Jewel, or you won't need the Zoph's Blood because Inekor Death's Fury gives a chance to cover rare or unique enemies in Ash. So that's pretty much it. So you are saving a lot of cash not going for Zoph's Blood. You also have more penetration, more fire pen, and you will give and will have a bonus of 100% fizz damage as extra fire damage for 4 seconds. So I think that's it. Like you will switch the leech and all the fizz damage converted to fire, because on Slayer you have more fizz damage. So converting the fizz damage to fire will give you more damage but less penetration than the other one, survivability. You are trading a bit of survivability and the penetration or the DPS to bosses for more DPS, more overall DPS and more survivability. I think that's all actually. And we'll start on the side of the tree that has more fire nodes and more elemental nodes, and you can go to Avatar of Fire faster and quicker without needing Zoph's Blood. So I think that's like a choice that you need to choose. If you go Marauder, you can have a bit more damage. I mean elemental damage, not fizz damage. On the Duelist you have more fizz damage, but on the Marauder you have more I'm sorry, you have more elemental damage, that's it. Marauder more elemental damage, Duelist more fizz damage, it will get converted to fire damage. And that's it actually. Here you have more speed and more nodes with shields that you do not have here. So yeah, like I said, this is a build on the making, so you can just pick this up and start building yourself. You can switch it up, you can go even for Templar, you can go for a Witch, you can go for a Ranger, you can go for a Shadow, you can go for a Crit, you can go for a Crit Multiplier, since there are new jewels that give you a lot of multiplier. So just have fun with it, okay? Pick the build, switch up the build, and if you find something better and you want to share it with me so I can update it, just hit me up here on the comment section and I will be gladly mind open to switch up the build and do an update on that. I can actually help you on that as well. I can help you on the tree, on the items you need, and that stuff. I don't think I said the order here, so you go for Headsman, then Bane of Legends, then Endless Ender, then Brutal Favor. I will put that in the comments, so don't worry. And guys, that's it for today, and have a nice one. See you next time.